What's happening, everybody? I am the Reverend Raff, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
We are the two dudes who talk music, and we are back today with another reaction video for you. But before we get into that, we drop 6 videos each and every week. We have reactions on Monday and Friday. We have Rockin' Around the World on Wednesday. We have the podcast on Thursdays, and then on the weekends, you get a couple of little extra videos from the guests that were on the podcast that week. It's tons of fun talking about music from both Australia and all over the world. We do mostly focus on like heavy and alternative music, but we like to keep it open to all sorts of interesting stuff.
Yeah, 100%. So
if you're into that sort of thing, please subscribe. We are just two dudes who are passionate about music and enjoy talking about it. That's literally the whole premise. So we have another reaction video for you guys today. This is a band called Rocket. I think it's a bit sort of like a grungy rock and roll kind of thing from what I could tell.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% certain either, so we've not listened to it before. That's the whole premise. We will be pausing as we go through to analyze, react, critique, feedback, all this kind of stuff, discuss little details that we find interesting about it, because that's the kind of video that this is. So we're going to get into it right now. This is Take Your Aim by Rocket. Let's check it out. Nice.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh. Nice.
Okay. Wow.
Whoa. You know I love this shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, go on.
It's just something about whenever I see those video clips where they're standing in the house, it just reminds me of Weezer Say It Ain't So. That video clip, but just...
This has got so much of that 90s like grunge melancholy energy about it. I'm getting like, but especially with the female vocal, I'm getting like Veruca Salt, I'm getting Garbage, I'm getting the Super Jesus, if you're a bit more familiar with the Aussie stuff.
Yeah.
Elements a little bit of like Killing Heidi, again another Australian reference there. Hole, if you want to look at it a bit that way as well. Like, so I'm getting even like just there's so much.
This is a solid grunge song. Like, this is just
great.
Solid AF. Like,
this is the grunge revival that we love talking about. We love hearing some of this stuff. That's so good. I do want to play, and like even just that synth, like the one sort of synth in the background.
Yep.
That kind of really comes. Everything. The production is very 90s about this too.
The vocal layering is so 90s, isn't it? It is just so nostalgic in so many ways. It almost feels like it was recorded like fully analog.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah, like that vocal, like that very heavy layering, that very obvious layering on the vocals to give it that natural chorus effect. Is such a 90s fucking thing. I mean, maybe a bit more in the 80s as well, but I think it was really prominent in that grunge style.
Late 90s, early 2000s sort of thing, yeah.
That's so cool. That's really, really cool. Like, you could, if you had plucked this, if you had just put this on like playing something and said, hey, this is this like obscure grunge band from the mid 90s, I would have believed you.
Yeah. 100%. Feels like I should be watching this on MTV back in the day, kind of deal. Like,
Yeah. Or it's in
yeah,
like
it's great.
some movie about from the early 2000s, some like teen movie from the early 2000s
Mm.
where there's like a house party and there's the band playing at the
Yeah, yes. Red Solo cups everywhere.
yeah. I'm just in my head. I'm picturing. Yeah,
It's like, yeah, under 18 house party. They're the local band that's playing. Everyone's having
yeah,
a bad,
yeah.
yeah.
Either that, or they're the band that like the uncool protagonist is in. They then have
Yeah.
to like end up making a choice between like the cool kids in their band or something like that.
They choose the music,
I don't.
man.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, we're getting a bit off track.
That's how nostalgic it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Like for people that like were there when this was going on, that's why it's all these flashbacks for us, you know.
Oh.
Here we go. Let's go. I love that though. The vibes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, that looks bad.
Oh, God. What was that?
I don't know. We should take her to the hospital, though, probably.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right now? I just feel like
don't
the
know.
hospital's so far.
I mean, maybe if we don't take it out, but...
Damn.
Sometimes you think that life is just a drink of water spilling out from my cup into yours. 'Cause no one told you that you're a sorry loser. That's no way to treat someone who really cares. Why don't you lie to me? Why'd you stop crying to me? You said I'm all to blame. Why don't you come and take your aim?
Okay, before we get into
Coming
the
up to the
solo, before we get into the solo, you know what it is? You know what the energy is? It's okay. I rewatched The Crow recently,
Oh, really?
and like you know, the soundtrack for The Crow is like banging. It is pure like the soundtrack is just like this amazing example of 90s rock music.
Mm,
This would fit on that soundtrack. This would fit on like those, like you mentioned MTV before, like those Beavis and Butthead bits where they'd like
yeah.
be with the music video on Beavis and
Yes.
Butthead in the thing.
The original, the OG fucking reactors, Beavis and Butthead, the OG reactors, as far as I'm concerned. Before reaction videos were reaction
Yeah.
videos, they were
Yeah.
they were
Basically. Yeah. This is just I already in my head I'm like I'm sending this to so many people
yeah.
because they're gonna be absolutely all over it. The kind of band that like if Skunkbone was still kicking around, like I'm sure you know we would have
You'd
loved
be
to
asking,
try and
yeah,
we'd be
asking to
going
try
like,
and come
hey,
out for a tour.
yeah, do y'all want to come over here and we'll like help organize shit and we'll support you guys and everything. God damn, this is so good. I love it. I love this so much, man. And
Yeah.
I'm keen to see what this solid. But like that, the bass work as well, like the little trills and transition bits here and there, and the way that the bass is directing the melody and doing the little turnarounds and stuff is really
Yeah.
tight. I'm super into that. It's exactly the kind of stuff I was doing in Skunkbone, like the little transitions and like move, helping the song move from one spot to the next by sort of starting to head that direction by walking the scale before that they actually get there, so that it like musically helps to just cement everything together. It's a really, really nice touch. let's see what this solo does though.
Ooh.
More and more arrows.
Something got to be said about this drummer. Oh.
The little ghost notes, man.
Man, listening to that drummer.
Ow! Oh, fuck! I really don't think I can do it. Ow! That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Ow! Oh, fuck! Stop, I can't.
Oh, fuck.
No.
That was way harder than I thought.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, we could go to like Kaiser or something like that.
I mean, Kaiser. Does she have Kaiser?
yeah, I don't know. Like, isn't there like an X or urgent care or
shit.
something?
I feel like she has Blue Shield.
Or Liberty Mutual, maybe.
What insurance company are you with?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh man. Wow. That was so good, man. That was
a
just
good
like
video, man.
just the video, the song, the vibe just transported me back to a simpler time.
Colored socks, open button shirts, short sleeve shirts with a t-shirt underneath.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
puka necklaces were still cool, and you weren't a douchebag for wearing them.
Yep. Yeah. Although there was although that change was about to happen.
Yeah, it was. It was. Flannelettes flannelettes are still rocking,
Flannel,
but you know.
yeah, flannels.
But
are still
yeah.
good there, but no, that was really cool, guys. Like there's not a super complex song, really. It's not like shitloads going on musically to really dissect, but just the way everything was put together was so good. This is a great example what we talk about of being able to do the straightforward stuff and the simpler side of things really, really well. It's so important to have that down. And if you're like a young musician starting to get into playing music and everything, like something that I think one of the areas that I really failed to grasp back at the time when I was getting into it was, if you want to career-wise, if you want to make music that's at this level of sort of complexity, your skill set needs to be up here. You're not always going to be and you might sometimes bring what you're doing musically up to here occasionally, but in terms of the consistent stuff you're doing all the time with your music, your skill set needs to be well above what you're actually putting out on the regular.
It's almost just got to happen, and that's like realistically most of the time that's how good songs come. They just happen.
Yeah. Great example is looking at something like Paul Gray in Slipknot. You listen to the Mate Feed Kill Repeat album, and you can hear he's like shredding and he's doing all sorts of cool stuff, tons of really interesting slapping and going all over the place, doing lots of really, really like fancy stuff, right? But then you listen to what he did once they kind of went they changed the direction a little bit, and he's still fully capable of doing all that other stuff. But what he's actually doing on Slipknot when they started to really gain that much more popularity was much more straightforward.
Yeah,
because it fit within the project better. And I'm not saying that there's no room for people that are constantly playing to the limit of their abilities. I'm just general sort of overarching thing that's going to be effective for most people. But look, that's getting off track. Rocket, love it.
Yeah.
Rocket, they sure do.
Got a new fan. They just rocket into our lives now, eh?
Absolutely. No, that was great. I'm going to be checking out more from them. I'm going to be recommending these guys to a ton of people. That was super, super cool. Just transported me back. So I love that. I love that the grunge thing's coming around again and we're having a bunch of fun with it. So thank you very, very much to Rocket for dropping a really cool track like that. That was Take Your Aim. What do you guys think? You know, as always, are you a fan of these guys? Have you seen them before? Or what's their story? What's their, let us know down in the description. We love hearing from you guys. If you got other recommendations that we should check out, where we should start in terms of other parts of their back catalog, let us know. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. If you didn't, feel free to downvote the shit out of it. My name is Reverend Raff. He is the beer buddy Kyle. That was Rocket with Take Your Aim. Stay cool, look after each other, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.